Hi, I'm Malix. I'm a singer-songwriter from Alien the Stolen Boy project.
And I'm Patsy. I'm founder and director of Divergence, which is a creative studio based between Milan and Paris. Or at least my work is Divergence, working in the visual creative industry is always finding collaborators, finding non-binary people. As a queer person, finding other queer people to share the workload. And this is again comes back to the question of visibility. It's not just a question of who is in front of the camera, but also who is behind the camera, who is behind the microphone, who is singing, who is sharing these stories. And I would say that was a fundamental side of Divergence for me, is that as artists, we don't just tell stories, we also listen to stories, and Divergence is a means of enabling that listening process and of really bringing a network of people together. And this network of people who share questions of intersectionality, who work on questions of race, on questions of disability, on questions of migration, my utopia of shared information, shared lived experiences, which we can then channel into creation and art, music specifically in this context.
My name is Daniel Crane, and I am the founder of Story 7 Inc. Story 7 is kind of the culmination of my career. I began as a full-time musician in Chicago, playing drums with house music DJs, hip-hop bands, global music groups. I started producing my own events and eventually was hired by Navy Pier, which is a large tourist destination, to build larger music festivals. All of those festivals, all of the things that I do is about community, it's about culture, it's about bringing people together.
Salut! Sunt Michel de la Asociația MATKA. Ne aflăm în București, în România. Vorbim limba română, uneori se va auzi și ucraineană. Ne aflăm la atelierele Malmaison, un spațiu deschis în 2021. Atenția 21 este proiectul MATKA care se adresează scenei de muzică independentă și experimentală din România. Proiectul în principal funcționează pe bază de finanțare. Ne dorim ca pe viitor să devină autosustenabil, să devină chiar un studio deschis persoanelor care de regulă nu au acces la echipamentul, la instrumentele de producție și creație artistică. Mission Diversity, credem că am pus pietrele de temelie ale acestui viitor studio.
Let us start today's service by singing opening in prayer.
Hi, we are Fluidostudio. I'm Protopapa. Fluidostudio is a small independent label based in Milan. We speak Italian and English, and our focus is on artists that want to tell different stories in a mainstream environment.
Hello, come in. Welcome to my crib.
Hey, welcome. This is Anita Drake again, and this is the wild, the wonderful, the futuristically sexy ARYA ZAPPA.
I'm from Berlin. I represent Cobra Recordings, which is a sub-label of Television Rocks, and we speak, you don't, but I do, German, English and Farsi.
Oh yeah. What is this relating to perhaps diversity?
I think draping this performance, what Roberta and MATKA beautifully do, peeling off these layers of identity and dissolving all this stuff around gender, whatever, identity in general, draping that around the androgynous voice, my androgynous voice. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
We are K&Co, a cultural company based in Casablanca in Morocco.
So the project started with the encounter of 3 women Moroccan artists. Stranger Souma, she's a DJ and a producer. Sarah Guess, she's a record manager, but also a composer and an incredible writer. And Gauta, she's a drummer, an artist, and yeah, she pretty much do everything as singing and drumming and composing music. We're very enthusiastic, as a matter of fact, and we hope to see more and more musical projects and even more socially driven musical projects coming up. And we're so grateful we could have been working with those 3 artists, and we hope we can have more of that.
Hi, I'm Alix, and I'm a singer-songwriter, and I'm the artist of Ellen the Stolen Boy project. Ellen the Stolen Boy is my first solo project, and when I started it, I wanted to bring in the collective energy and experience that I used to have in my previous project in performing arts. For me, diversity and representation is not only about visibility, it's of course about visibility, but my work is both in front of the camera and behind the studio. So when I started doing my solo project, I started thinking also how I wanted to do music, and that's when Divergence was born.
A Love Letter to Chicago mixtape was developed over a series of performances and collaborations with local artists from Chicago, and really thinking about Chicago's musical history with social movements, and also using music as a form of mobilizing people and preserving local histories of the city through music. The ways that I like working as a DJ is very collaborative in that respect, and also I like to have cross-pollination between genres and performance styles.
Hi, my name is Andrea Di Giovanni. I'm a 27-year-old artist. I'm originally from Rome, but now I live in London. And I also identify as gender fluid, which is part of the trans community.
Hi, I'm David Blank, and I'm a Fluidostudio artist. I'm a queer Black person that uses his artistry to express my life and what I live. And part of what I live is the struggles of being a Black person in Italy, and also being queer in Italy.
This project was conceived by me and David having both very religious upbringing and the need and the will to wanting to see a different approach when it comes to the church. And we would like to see a church that is open and welcoming to everybody. And we wish for this project to have an impact in the whole of the religious community.
This project came about because we're both artists that come from the LGBTQI+ community, and we always wanted to collaborate. And as soon as we found out about the mission diversity, we said, this is the opportunity to do it.
Being a queer and trans independent artist in the music industry has never been an easy experience, because you face a lot of discrimination from the industry. And during my life, I had to struggle a lot. But I always found beauty in unity, in community, in working with other artists and showing young generations of queers that there is hope and there are people like them.
Ne doream ca ediția care se întâmplă cu ajutorul Mission Diversity anul acesta să se fi întâmplat anul trecut, când în România s-au sărbătorit 20 de ani de la dezincriminarea relațiilor dintre persoanele de același sex, abrogarea articolului 200 din Codul Penal. Cu toate că ne aflăm la 21 de ani acum de la acest eveniment, în România încă mai este mult de lucru pentru a combate homofobia, transfobia și heteronormativitatea.
Pentru mine personal n-a fost o experiență foarte diferită, că am început să fac asta fără să mă gândesc neapărat la faptul că aparțin acestei scene. Am început să fac muzică, am început să pun muzică. A fost mai mult contextul de femeie în scena de clubbing. Am putut să mă simt integrată sau primită în scena asta care era foarte dominată de bărbați. Când am intrat eu, asta însemna 2002, deci acum vreo 20 de ani.
Sunt undeva în zona artă și activism. Mă ocup cu zona asta de queerness, artă sau nu. Eu acum sunt într-o poziție din asta de foarte privilegiată și îmi recunosc privilegiile și ies din casă în rochii și ajung în tot felul de cluburi și petreceri și oamenii sunt destul de că mă știu, dar a durat așa vreo 10 ani în care tot am insistat eu și tot încercam să intru la petreceri în rochii și erau tot fel de oameni care se șocau sau ceva de genul ăsta, dar deja nu mai e cazul.
Sunt Aron Madon, sunt Lilipitana și sunt și Admina. Am două proiecte de scenă, unul este Admina și celălalt este Lilipitana. E vorba de stage performing, DJ performing, artist performing. Treia chestie cu care mă identific e că sunt parte din platforma Corp, care este o platformă feministă care ajută persoanele queer, non-binary și female identify să se identifice în spațiu de clubbing și de reprezentare a music.
It's getting better. It's exactly what you say. There are more female artists, more female DJs, and we have to also include females aren't a minority. That's the worst thing about it. It's half of the population. The minorities are definitely rather on the LGBTQ side or immigrated people, people with immigration background. But also on this journey I've noticed that it was almost impossible to find trans people, you know. They are absolutely underrepresented. I don't know if it's because there are they are definitely the unicorns of the world. So, but I would love to work with a trans woman, for instance, you know.
C'est toi qui dis que ça change rien. Je suis à bout des mots confus sur de ta bouche sans fin. Une fois, 10 fois ça passe, puis on se voit la face. Pour ne pas voir que d'ici même les plus forts se cassent. Commencer de danser, se forcer un chemin. Commencer de danser, on reviendra demain. Dis-moi que je suis ton garçon raté. Dis-moi que je suis ton garçon raté. Ton garçon raté.
across the floor. Purple dust in the air. Can't remember yesterday. Watching my fingers glow from the tips to my toes. Give me a ride, give me a ride.